My name is Tony Grillo. I am a semi truck driver. I also graduated from the University of Wisconsin Eau Claire back when I was a young kid, and even played 1 year of hockey there. And I've lived in 5 different states, and I refereed high school hockey. I taught religious ed. I was on my volunteer fire department, and then I got divorced and was back in the after 12 years of marriage. I was back in the single world, and so I went on an incredible journey during that time period. I could have been down, I could have been angry, um, but I decided, this was a new chapter, and you only get one life, and I decided to make the most of it. And I was also a little bit angry, and so at one point I started dating, and eventually I met a very wonderful gal in Minnesota. It didn't work out, but she kind of kicked me in the butt a little bit, and uh, I lost like 100 pounds, and I ran half marathons, and I really got into shape. And then I don't know, we broke up, and then I dated some other ladies, and I often shared my stories on Facebook, and I noticed that they had a lot of popularity with my friends, and a lot of people seemed to enjoy reading them. And I admire all these people out here that have YouTube channels. I have my favorites that I subscribe to. Some are true crime, some are, politics, some are, uh, uh, one is like To Catch a Cheater. And I always kind of wanted to do my own channel. And I threw some stuff up there. One of them was my video of my cousin singing, and another video, I was skiing with actually a lady that I was in a relationship for 3 years. We went on a Valentine's Day date, and unfortunately, after 3 years, we broke up not too long before Valentine's Day. So, uh, anyways, I thought, for a YouTube channel, maybe I could read to you some of my writings on Facebook. And so this particular post right here, was on December 6th, 2016. It took place at a truck stop in Summit, South Dakota. And at that time, it was there was a really bad snowstorm going on, and they shut down all the highways. And I was only like 10 or 15 miles from Milbank, South Dakota, where I was supposed to pick up my load. But I had heard on the CB that that road was really bad, and that there were trucks in the ditches. And I just decided, I'm not going to chance it. I'm just, because I know the weather's going to be better tomorrow, and I'm only 10, 15 miles away. I'll just wait till tomorrow and pick up the load. So I was sitting in a truck stop, and I saw some of these purses right here. And I don't know if you could see them or not, but anyways, I decided, I took some pictures of them, and remembered a story about um, uh, a date that I had. And so I think I'll read this to you right now, and we'll just go from there. Since this is my very first video on YouTube, I was hoping to try to figure out, like, everybody has a niche, and I was supposed to maybe thinking this could be my little niche, and hopefully maybe you guys might, I might gain an audience. And so, yeah, I guess I got to say what everybody else says in the YouTube world is, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and let's see if we can get the ball rolling here. And I'm always writing. I got a million stories, so I'll post a couple up, on my channel every week. I'll post the best writings that I put. A lot of them are short, some of them are a little longer. I don't know if I'll post comments or not. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not, but like this particular post was so popular, it had, I don't know, what did it have? It had let's see. It had 142 comments and one share. So yeah, it really seemed to struck a chord with especially with all the ladies that were out there that read this post. And I guess I'll start reading it, and you can find out why. But okay, Tony Grillo is at Coffee Cup Travel Plaza, Summit, South Dakota, December 6, 2016. And here we go. Since I'm stuck for a bit because of the crazy snow weather, I thought I'd entertain some thoughts. I know that many of you love it when I talk about certain things of which I usually get some great feedback. So I'm going to have some fun with this. I actually wrote, so I'm going to have fun with this. This topic will be about women's purses, something I know nothing about but have plenty to say, especially when purses and dating go together. When I chat on a dating site, a question I always ask that usually throws a lady off is, do you carry a big honkin' purse? I asked this because of a bad date a while ago. Went to a sports bar to watch the Merriweather fight. We got there early, but the place was already packed, nowhere to sit. My date agreed to meet me there. It was her call to come. I was going by myself, and she asked to join me. I guess it qualifies as a first date because it was the first time we did anything together. Yeah, I have now learned not to take a lady to a boxing match. Anyways, she had a suitcase of a purse. She didn't want to set it down and declined my offer to put it in my Dodge Ram. We stood for 4 hours watching the fights and eating food and having drinks while her shoulders and arms got very tired and her mood waned. Even I held her hockey bag for a bit, which didn't thrill me at all, but was trying to be nice. She opened it once and I got to see the inside. She had a water bottle, candy bars, hairspray, makeup, medicine bottles, headache pills, women's stuff, glasses, and a curling iron. She probably could have survived the wilderness for a week and looked okay doing it, but it made me feel like I was out with my mom. Oh, I forgot. She also had a box of Kleenex. So I make sure I don't repeat that night and will not go out with someone that has a huge purse. That's my take, and I do ask every time before we agree to go out. One of my dear friends said I should never be negative, so I draw the line on big purses. Otherwise, I'm pretty accepting of most things. I know I'm far from perfect. My one and outs prove that. One and out means I've had a lot of dates that were just one date and they were one and out. So we'd go out together and for whatever happened, something weird would happen or something crazy or whatever, and we never went out again. And I've written a lot of stories about those one and outs. Some of them I'm still friends with those people because they're just awesome people. And some of them it was a nightmare, but I'll talk about those down the road. LOL, live, learn, and be happy, but say no to big persons. Thank you. By the way, many truck stops sell nice purses. LOL, go ahead, bombard me with your comments. I'm stuck waiting out the weather. And I don't know if I want to go through the comments. Maybe we could take a look at that. Marine Tobes wrote, not cute. That's funny. I actually went on a date with her, and she was a one and out. She's from Milwaukee and we're just really good friends. So I can't remember. She carried a big purse. And then I wrote, I was being a smart ass. I wrote, fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round. Nothing said about fat bottom purses. Jillian Koch wrote, Tony, you would think my purse is too much, LOL. I now carry everything from the diaper bag in my purse, even though it's not very big. There's a lot of stuff in there, at least 2 diapers at all time. Mail, every essential, no makeup, hairspray, or curling iron. That's hilarious. And a small wallet, which I could fit in my pocket if going for a quick trip to the store. Pretty soon, I will need one of those truck stop purses for my concealed carry. Oh, Kim Maurice. I love my big purse, but will use a smaller one if need be. Then she said, the purses you posted are really ugly. This Andrea Diddle said, I do like the purses you posted, but they're not big. She says she likes sparkly things. And then Ann Hagen, kicker, I went to school with her and her husband both. They met at my high school, and just great people. She wrote, purse size aside, you guys stood for 4 hours watching your fight. You didn't sit down and no table. And I said, the place, they did not organize it very well. I don't think they realized how many people were going to show up. They had a few tables. They did not have any chairs at all. And when I showed up, I actually showed up an hour early. All the tables were already gone. They were all taken. So no, we got stuck standing there for 4 hours. And of course, they had I think there was a total of 3 or 4 fights that night. I can't remember. And so it took forever for Merriweather to finally get his fight going. I think it was like 10 o'clock at night, 9 or 10. I think it was 10. It seemed like we waited at least 3 hours. It started at 7. It seemed like it waited 3 hours till he finally showed up. Then, of course, he waited a bit because he wanted to get more people to do pay-per-view. He was waiting for more people to show up on the pay-per-view, and so they delayed that a little bit. But Marie is a great friend of mine in Milwaukee. She says, this is hilarious. I, for one, do not like large purses. The bigger it is, the more I end up cramming in there and the heavier it is. Since my kids have grown up, I don't need to carry a lot. I avoid large purses. The older I get, more of a minimalist I've become. I see women take a shopping cart just for their for their purse. You are very kind and considerate to hold her purse for her. Maybe she uses it as an overnight bag. No, she did not. Or maybe she was packing heat. I didn't see a gun in there, but she says, who knows? I like your take on asking women the question. Haha, overall, what is the general consensus of the women you ask? I'm just curious. And most of the women laugh. It's kind of like one of those icebreakers, if you ask that question, they'll laugh about it. And so women don't seem to mind. One lady did. She thought it was she didn't like the question. And I remembered she was like, why? Are you afraid that I'll hit you with it? So that was pretty good. Let's see. And then let's see, Marty Katie Ederer, she said, I love your openness on your thoughts on women. I think it's even more hilarious when I agree. Oh, good. I got people who agree with me. Kay wrote, one of my coworkers jokes about how much stuff she brings back and forth between home and work. As she left work yesterday, she said, I've got everything but the kitchen sink in here, and I did get a new kitchen sink. Would you like to see a picture? She said this as she reached into her bag to pull out a very old school non-smartphone. Then she asked me if she could text me the picture because the image was too small to view on her phone. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. Heidi, she says, I love this. I have my own theory, movie equals big bag to smuggle in snacks to save us both money. Yep, that's a good idea. Date equals small purse with lipstick, lip liner, DL and CC. I don't know what that means. And going into a bar to dance and cut loose is no purse. It goes in the butt pockets. That's how I roll. And of course I answered awesome. Yep, I totally agree. That's let's see what and then Noelle Ron Johnson, she's awesome. Her husband's also a truck driver, and they went to my high school. They were like a couple years younger than me. Gary's brother was my hockey coach when I was like my very first year playing hockey. But, anyways, she's also an author. She writes like sexy novel books, naughty books, as the older ladies like to say. But um, she writes, I love purses, but I don't have the big ones. When the kids were smaller, I had a larger bag, but that was like a baby bag, toys, munchies, my wallet, stuff like that for me and the kids. Christy says, no purse. She goes, oh, I said, real man pays anyway. And she goes, I have my own money. I just don't use a purse. So see, now that's the kind of girl, I would, yeah, I definitely would want to. And I think, I don't know, maybe we'll end it right here with this last comment, because this probably video is starting to get a little long here. Tammy writes, I own a boutique in Anoka and I sell a lot of purses. And you can actually tell a lot about a person by the type of purse that they buy. The one thing that comes to my mind about your first date incident is the fact that she sounds like she could have been homeless. Well, yeah, this lady wasn't homeless. I wouldn't date a homeless woman. Although there's a lot of homeless people in Madison, Wisconsin. That's where I was. But no, she was not homeless. Okay, everybody. So that is my very first YouTube video to my YouTube channel. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you had fun with it. You ladies out there, you want to comment, go right ahead. I'd love to read them. This is about having fun, and I will share kind of the best of my writings, and I've got a lot of them. So that was from 2016. So I've got 5 years worth of stuff. So this is just my first video, but anyways, you all have a great day, and I'll share more stories. Thank you. Bye.